I am Dr. Sara Collins. Today we're talking about a very special topic, and I want you to listen carefully to every word because this is exactly the kind of information that can change how you feel about yourself, your health, and your relationships. Over the years, I've worked closely with men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s, and I've seen something again and again. Many men start thinking that once they hit a certain age, their best years of connection, intimacy, and confidence are behind them. That's simply not true. Here's the thing. Real connection, true intimacy, doesn't come with an expiration date. It doesn't matter if you're in your 40s, 50s, or beyond. The spark can stay alive, but too many men step back, believing their body is failing them, or that age automatically means loss. The reality is very different. Most issues in the bedroom aren't caused by aging alone. They are often the result of small, fixable habits, misunderstandings about how your body works and how your partner's body works too. Once you understand this, the stress, anxiety, and uncertainty start to disappear and confidence can return naturally. Let's start with one of the biggest mistakes I see: misunderstanding natural biology. Many men grew up in times when talking openly about female bodies was almost taboo. That can make natural signs of arousal feel awkward or unclean. But here's the truth. The fluids your partner's body produces are not a problem. They are a natural masterpiece. They come from several key places, each with a purpose. The glands provide essential lubrication. The skin and surrounding tissues adjust slickness as arousal increases, and the cervix adds protective elements to help maintain balance and overall health. The emotional side is just as important as the biology. If a man hesitates, pulls back, or seems uncomfortable with these natural signs, it can create shame, self-consciousness, or distance in the relationship. That safe space you've built together can suddenly feel fragile. The solution is simple. See these signs as green lights, signals that your partner is open, healthy, and responsive. Shifting your perspective this way is an instant confidence booster, and it changes the way intimacy feels for both of you. Another common mistake is overthinking scent and taste. Many men quietly worry that changes in these natural traits mean something is wrong. The truth is that these shifts are completely normal. They vary depending on diet, hydration, hormones, and age. Drinking water and eating fruits keeps things mild, while heavier spices, caffeine, or alcohol can change how natural fluids smell or taste. After menopause, chemistry shifts even more, and that's normal too. Overanalyzing minor changes only creates anxiety. Acceptance, not criticism, is far more attractive and far more effective. Finally, remember this: intimacy is never just physical. Your attention, your curiosity, your understanding, these are what truly make a difference. When you approach these moments with openness and care, you set the stage for connection that can last decades. Now, let's talk about another area where many men get tripped up: safety and knowing the facts. I often hear questions like, is it safe to be fully intimate with my partner at this age? The answer is usually yes, but there are a few important things to keep in mind. Our bodies are amazing. Natural fluids are mostly water and proteins designed to protect and nourish. But fluids can also carry bacteria or viruses, even something as common as a cold sore. The point is this: honesty and awareness are essential. Real bonds thrive on trust, and guessing or assuming can create unnecessary worry or tension. The practical approach is simple. Stay on top of your health as a team. Schedule regular checkups together, stay current on screenings, and if you're starting a new relationship, always take precautions until you're confident it's safe. Think of it as teamwork against potential problems. Reliability and openness build trust, and trust fuels passion far more than fear ever will. Next, we need to tackle something I see quietly undermining relationships: the zipped lips trap. Too many couples drift apart not because of health issues, but because they stop talking about what's really going on. As we age, our bodies change, responses shift, and if you notice something different and stay silent, your mind can create problems that aren't really there. She might sense hesitation, but won't know why, which can make her think you've lost interest or that intimacy is no longer important. That silence creates distance on both sides. The solution? Gentle, non-judgmental conversation. Be curious, not accusing. You can simply say, "I've noticed a little change. How are you feeling about it?" Small adjustments and reassurance come through communication, not avoidance. When both partners feel heard and understood, intimacy becomes smoother, more relaxed, and more enjoyable. Another huge shift for men is learning the power of total acceptance. This is the big one. When a partner feels fully accepted, every natural part of her body included, her nervous system relaxes, circulation improves, and physical responsiveness increases. Emotionally, taking her all in, saying without words that she is enough and fully accepted, can heal doubts she's carried for years. The practice is simple. Approach her with reassurance, curiosity, and care. The best performance enhancer isn't a pill, it's trust and acceptance. When fear of judgment is gone, fun and connection return naturally. Finally, frame health as a shared experience. Team up on medical checkups. Notice changes without blame. If something shifts, offer a simple gesture, a glass of water, a shared shower, or just a kind word. Small acts of care, framed positively, reinforce trust and intimacy. When natural signs of the body are seen as features, not problems, relationships become stronger and confidence grows. Remember, men, your 50s, 60s, and beyond can be some of your most confident years. The wisdom you gain over time, paired with attention to your body and your partner's needs, creates a foundation for connection that lasts decades. Now let's dive into another mistake that can quietly sabotage intimacy: overthinking every little detail. Many men spend more time worrying about whether something is right than actually enjoying the moment. They notice subtle changes in scent, taste, or timing and instantly assume something is wrong. Here's the reality: the body changes naturally with age, and so do your partners. These changes are normal, healthy, and nothing to be alarmed about. Minor differences in taste or smell can happen day to day depending on hydration, diet, hormones, or even stress. Instead of overanalyzing, focus on acceptance. Rolling with small changes is far more attractive than criticism or hesitation. A relaxed attitude shows confidence and reassurance, and it instantly sets the tone for a more comfortable, enjoyable connection. Remember, intimacy is about presence, not perfection. When you are calm, attentive, and supportive, your partner senses it immediately, and that feedback loop strengthens your bond. Next, let's talk about communication in a way most men overlook. Even subtle hesitation, hesitation over touch, or quiet doubts can be picked up by your partner. When couples stop talking about what they notice or feel, small uncertainties grow into bigger problems. As men, we're taught to handle it ourselves, but in relationships, handling things together is far more powerful. Ask questions gently, share observations kindly. Use curiosity instead of judgment. Even a simple check-in like, "I notice things feel a little different tonight. How are you feeling?" can prevent confusion, reduce anxiety, and actually improve intimacy. Then there's the huge impact of total acceptance. This is one of the most overlooked yet most powerful tools you have. When a woman feels fully accepted, including every natural aspect of her body, it sends a signal to her nervous system that she's safe. Circulation improves, responsiveness increases, and emotional openness skyrockets. By showing care, reassurance, and acceptance, you remove fear of judgment. This isn't just emotional, it's physiological. Acceptance is, in a very real way, the ultimate performance enhancer. Forget pills, supplements, or gimmicks. When your partner feels seen and valued, the connection naturally becomes more intense, more pleasurable, and more satisfying. Another practical approach I recommend for men over 40 and 50 is framing health as a shared journey. Schedule regular wellness checks together. Notice small changes without blame or criticism. Offer little acts of care. fill a glass of water, suggest a short walk, or even a shared shower. These tiny gestures reinforce intimacy and build trust. They show your partner that her health, comfort, and pleasure matter as much to you as your own. Finally, understand that age brings a unique advantage: wisdom. You know your body better, you understand relationships better, and your ability to communicate clearly has grown. Combine that wisdom with care, patience, and presence, and you create an intimacy that younger years can't match. Confidence isn't lost with age, it evolves. With the right mindset, attention to your partner, and focus on acceptance and connection, your 50s, 60s, and beyond can be the most fulfilling years of your life. Here's the final piece, gentlemen. Your health, your connection, and your confidence are all linked, and small daily choices make a huge difference. Remember, the body doesn't betray you. It responds to how you treat it and how you approach intimacy. Stay hydrated, eat well, move regularly, and keep checkups on schedule. These habits alone can restore energy, stamina, and self-assurance that you may have thought were gone for good. Beyond the physical, mindset is everything. Stop seeing natural changes as a problem. They are signs of life, health, and responsiveness. Embrace them, and you'll notice how much smoother intimacy becomes. When you approach your partner with acceptance, curiosity, and care, it doesn't just improve the moment. It strengthens trust, deepens connection, and rekindles desire in ways that years of stress or doubt cannot. Communication is the glue. Small, honest conversations, gentle check-ins, and shared understanding prevent missteps and keep both of you on the same page. Remember, intimacy thrives on presence, not perfection. Your attention, your openness, and your reassurance are more powerful than any quick fix, supplement, or pill. Finally, embrace the advantage that age gives you: wisdom. You know your body better, you understand relationships better, and you can prioritize what truly matters. Use that knowledge. Combine it with care, attention, and patience, and you create a connection that is stronger, richer, and more satisfying than ever before. Gentlemen, your 50s, 60s, and beyond can be your most confident years. Own your health, nurture your connection, and approach intimacy with understanding and acceptance. The spark is still there, and with the right perspective, it will burn brighter than ever. Small tweaks unlock freedom, trust, and that sure footing you deserve. Your drive doesn't have to fade, and neither should your confidence.